Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel and welcome back to another Vlogtober video that is baking related. And today we are making my favorite chocolate chip cookie recipe. This is one I have been making for years and years now, and I just love it so much. It is so easy to make from start to finish. It takes me about 1 hour to do everything, and that's if I bake all of the cookies all at once. So you're gonna take 3 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking powder, a half a teaspoon of salt, and those are your dry ingredients. Mix all of those together, and then you are going to take 1 cup of butter, so 2 sticks of butter, and melt them on a low heat on the stove top. And then once that is melted, you are going to add it to 1.5 cups of brown sugar. And here I'm just gonna get the eggs ready. You need 1 egg and 1 egg yolk. And I found out that having one of the eggs as just the yolk helps it to stay more fluffy and not spread out all over the place, so you have more of an actual cookie and not like a pancake, if you want to say. So I'm just getting the eggs ready while the butter is melting, and you want to measure out about a cup, a little bit over a cup of chocolate chips. So my butter has melted all the way, and I'm gonna add it to my brown sugar into my mixer. And you do not have to use a mixer for this. In the past I used just a spoon, and you could just mix it together just fine. So, but first I like to mix the brown sugar and the butter together just with a wooden spoon, and then you let this sit for 5 minutes before you add your eggs and your vanilla. And this calls for a whole tablespoon of vanilla. So yummy. And of course we're going to use our homemade vanilla for this recipe. And I want to tell you guys, this is not my recipe. This is one that I found on Pinterest years ago, so I will try to link it below. I know I've sent it to maybe 1 or 2 of you guys here with my friends on YouTube, but I'm gonna link the recipe down below for you if you want to try these out. They are so easy, they are foolproof, and they're so delicious. And something else that, I'll tell you in a second. But okay, after you get all of that stuff mixed up, you wanna add your flour and then mix that together. And once that's fully incorporated, then you add your chocolate chips at the end and get those all meshed together with the yummy goodness of the cookie dough here. So now I'm setting my oven to preheat to 375 degrees. Now I'm ready to scoop out my cookies onto the cookie sheet. And so what I wanted to tell you is I have found out that something you can do is go ahead and make your cookie dough and scoop them out into the little cookies themselves, and then you can put them in the fridge for a few days. That's what I've been doing, because my husband said, why don't you just still make the cookies, make some of them, and then put them in the fridge. That way we can make them every day. So all I have to do is just get them out of the fridge and bake them, which has been really cool actually. I've really liked doing it this way. I had never, well, not never, but I had tried freezing them in the past. So, but I'm grabbing my favorite cookie scoop. It's like a 1.5 tablespoon cookie scoop, I believe. If I can find it, I'll link it below for you. I found it on Amazon several years ago, but it's my favorite cookie scoop. here I am going to make a giant cookie out of this little springform pan here. So I like to do this from time to time. I don't do it every single time I make cookies, but I thought it would be fun to do it for the sake of this video. So I think I put about 12 scoops into this. Is that 12? I'm not counting them. But then I mashed them down so they're all formed up together, and this one will bake at 375 for about 12 minutes is what I do on this small little springform pan. But the rest of the cookies, if you're just doing cookies alone, it's 8 minutes in the oven. At least that's what I have found out is like the best time for mine. So we're gonna scoop out all these cookies onto the cookie sheet, and then we are going to smush them down with a spoon, because I found out just within the past year that it makes a better cookie if you squish it down a little bit, and my husband likes them this way so much better. I'm gonna pop the big one into the oven while I'm scooping out the rest of the cookies. Yes, here I am smushing them down. So this is what I like to do, and it just makes a much nicer, more chewier cookie than what I had before. My husband thought that they were kind of going bad faster when I didn't do this, and they looked like little mounds. So I really enjoy doing it this way, and they just come out so much more yummier and chewier. And these are made with brown sugar. There's no white sugar, but I know brown sugar is just white sugar with molasses in it. I really need to try and make my own brown sugar someday. I think that would be fun. But on this night, I decided I'm just gonna make all the cookies all at once. And that is the last one right there. I have this round cookie sheet that we use for pizza usually. I'm bringing out the big cookie, the big kahuna here, and it looks so good, and it smells amazing. Oh, I love the smell of a chocolate chip cookies baking in the oven. Is there anything better than baked goods, like smelling baked goods in the oven when you are baking in your home, especially in the fall time? I'm gonna bake the small cookies for about 8 minutes, and here they are. The first tray is out, and I am going to cut this big cookie in half and put ice cream on top, and my husband and I are going to each enjoy a half of this cookie. Yes, we eat the whole thing, but remember, we do not do this all the time. It's every so often. I like to surprise my husband and make these big cookies with ice cream on top. That was something that we loved to get when we lived in Utah. We would go to this one place that did this giant cookie with ice cream on top. It was so good. Now we make them ourselves. So I'm just gonna bring it over to him so he can enjoy this one. And then in just a minute, I'm gonna make myself mine. He's so funny. He was making a funny face like, oh, he didn't know I was filming him. But I'm going to just move the cookies onto a cooling rack. After about 3 minutes is when I move them. Sometimes I just keep them on the cookie tray for a little bit longer. Out comes another tray, and in goes the last tray of cookies. Again, 8 minutes for these, at least in my oven. You'll have to play around with it. Could be 7.5 minutes, could be 8.5, I don't know. It depends on your oven. Now I'm going to get myself my yummy cookie and ice cream treat and enjoy that. Yes, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I wanted to finally share how I make my chocolate chip cookies that are our favorite recipe. So make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you're new, and check out this cookie recipe because it is so good and so easy. But all right, I will see you guys in the next one.